Good morning, North Daviess, and welcome to another episode of Coach's Corner. I'm joined today with Joey Riggins, head girls basketball coach, and Ashley Shurtz, who has many titles around North Daviess, but today he is our special advisor. Today we're going to bring you a preview of the girls basketball season. First off, I'd just like to thank everybody for listening, tuning in on your way home from work, or maybe sitting at your desk waiting for the last 20 minutes to get by on your Friday. But we're going to get right into it with Coach Riggins. Coach, first of all, thank you for joining us this morning, and I want to get some overall thoughts and expectations and just your overall feelings heading into the season.
Well, we're pretty young this year. That's no secret. And, we talked about expectations a lot throughout the first week. I'm not going to give them unreal expectations. They know, what we expect and what not to expect. And really this year we're focused on mindset and learning how to win and coming in every day and working hard to get better.
Yes, sir. That's definitely a huge part of it. Coach Shurtz, I know you're kind of on the outside looking in. I'm Joey's JV coach, so I'm in there every day with Joey, and we are trying to get better every single day. But from an outside view looking in, what do you feel like is something that the girls are heading towards or need to be working towards this upcoming season?
I think just the tenacity going in and day out, knowing that their coaches have their back in all situations, but also just putting in the work ethic and the time to get the job done. That's part of the winning culture that needs to come to a program, and that's what these two great coaches are trying to build.
Well, we appreciate that. Nice pat on the back for us, but it all starts with the girls. Let's be honest. We're going to have to find some leaders, and it all starts tonight. We kick off our season with the scrimmage against South Knox, and we're looking forward to it. So we're going to go through our roster a little bit. Coach is going to talk about each class and kind of what they bring to the table. We have 3 freshmen this year: Faye Shands, Harley Goodpasture, and Alex Cates. Coach, talk about the freshmen a little bit.
They come in and work hard every day. They do exactly what we ask them to do, and they're learning every day. It's a big jump from going to 8th grade to varsity basketball or JV basketball, whatever they end up playing this year. And they just got to learn how to do that along the way, and they're doing a good job of that so far.
Yes, sir. I would agree. The sophomore group, it's a big group. We have 17 total girls, 9 through 12, and 8 of them are sophomores. A lot of them have, varsity experience coming back. Maddie Miller and Haley Bueller definitely are returning varsity letter men, however you want to say that. Maya Knepp coming off of an injury she had during softball season, but she's back ready to go for basketball. Muhal Tippery is another one that's going to be dressing varsity and gaining hopefully some valuable experience this year. Limpo Tippery, Haley Blevins, Marcy Knepp, all JV players that are looking to take that next step this year for us. But give some overall thoughts on the sophomore class.
That sophomore class, it's a good group of girls. This is a big year for them. Last year, it was a huge learning experience. Some of them were kind of thrown in the fire, and they'll tell you, and I'll tell you that a lot of them weren't ready for that yet. And this year, they're ready for that, and they're going to learn a lot. There's going to be a lot of bumps on the road for them, but it's a huge learning experience for them this year, and they're going to carry a lot of the load offensively, defensively, throughout the whole game. So I'm excited to see them grow this year and really grow into themselves as a class and help out this program.
Yeah, absolutely. And one other sophomore that I forgot to mention there was Emma Gray, another big part of the puzzle that we have in that class. Coach Shurtz was around this summer quite a bit in the weight room. Coach Fine coming in this past summer as the new football coach, opened up the weight room Monday through Thursday, each and every week. Coach was a big part of that, and a lot of these girls were in there, really getting after it and putting their time in. So, Coach, elaborate on that a little bit and talk about what they got done this summer.
Well, if by a little bit you mean I was in there every day, Monday through Thursday, yeah, that was a little bit, and I only saw you in there once, but that's beside the point. Those girls, well, you ask an opinion, I'm going to give you an opinion. The girls put in a lot of work. I know it takes a lot, and a lot of them weren't used to the workout ethic of that we put in there this summer. one of the things that I was in charge of this summer was the conditioning and the agility and the running. Some of your girls were in there quite a bit, some weren't. And the ones that were in there are going to really show the signs this season of getting up and down the court and not getting tired. I know Emma, the time she was there and running the distance, she worked her tail off to keep up with me, which is saying a lot because not a lot of the boys could even do that. And that's an open challenge if they want to take it as that. But no, they put in the work this summer, and Coach Fine and I are very proud of the ones that came out.
Absolutely. We'll move on to the juniors. We have a small junior class. Ashley Knepp, Adrienne Wagler, and Mackenzie Lawyer, all three dressed varsity last year and at some point in time played a big role, whether it be winning JV games or helping on the varsity. Coach, talk about our junior class coming into the season.
I'll touch on them individually. And, Ash Knepp, you can't say enough about her, really. She's a good leader, coming off an ACL surgery that she suffered last year in the first 6 seconds of the first game of sectional. And I don't know if she missed anything over the summer. She didn't miss anything over the fall. Even if she couldn't do anything, she was there rooting on her teammates and really getting after it. And that speaks volumes about her. She got after it in rehab, and she's moving better than what I've ever seen her move before, and it's a great thing to see that. Adrienne Wagler, she's a pretty good shooter, and we're going to be asking her to do that. We ask her to get a little bit meaner and have a little killer instinct to her, and she's finding that along the way, and so we're going to continue to work on that. And Mackenzie Lawyer, she's a smart basketball player. She knows everything, If you tell her to go out and run something, she does it, and she is extremely smart. She knows how to make basketball plays, and she's going to play a role here as well, and she's doing a lot to earn that role.
Yeah, I would agree. Those three girls are really buying into what we want, and they're going to be a big part of what we want to accomplish this year. And then we'll finish off with our three seniors: Andrea Corwin, Rebecca Ritter, and Abby Sanders. Rebecca and Andrea returning players, and then Abby, a first-year player coming out this year as a senior. Coach, give us some thoughts on your seniors.
On Andrea, she's going to be asked to do a lot defensively. She's going to guard the other team's best player. She's going to have to help bring the ball up the court offensively, and she's done a great job of that last year on the defensive end especially. She can really lock down someone, the other team's best player. I mean, she held a girl last year to 2 points that was scoring 15 or 16 points a game, and she's going to have to do that every game this year, and she knows that, and she's been preparing for that challenge. Rebecca Ritter, she's a great one to have. She comes in, works hard, does what you want her to do. She's a great rebounder. She really attacks the glass with that, and she's going to continue to progress and continue to get better around the basket and do good things for this year. And Abby, it's great to have her here. Abby Sanders, it's great that she decided to come out. We're extremely glad to have her. She is getting better every day, and we told her it was going to be a process when she decided to do this, and she knows that, and she's coming in, she's working hard, she's learning the ways of playing basketball and getting after it every day as well.
Yes, sir. Seniors are, obviously going to be looked on as leaders for us, and we're excited to get this season going with the girls that we have coming back, and plus some of the new faces. We also have a new face on the coaching staff, Lorinda Keith, former basketball player here at North Daviess, and then joined by Dara, formerly Holder, now Dara O'Brien. Coach, give us a couple thoughts on our coaching staff, and then we'll get right into some questions that our special advisor, Coach Shurtz, has for us.
I got a great coaching staff. We have a great coaching staff. Starting with you, I mean, it's no secret. You're my right-hand man. I text you every day about basketball in some way, and you're always there to answer that and help me out with that. Coach Keith, she was a great addition this offseason. She brings a winning mentality. She was one of the girls that won 16, 17, 18 games her senior year. She holds about every assist record here, I believe. So she can bring that, really help out our guards. And Coach O'Brien, she's great to have as well. She really encourages them and gets after them, and she was also a guard here. So them two really take care of our guards, and more of the individual player stuff, and they do a great job of that.
Yeah, and we have a great relationship. We get along really well, and I really like the direction that we are taking the program, and I hope that we can take that next step this year. Coach Shurtz has a few questions for Coach Riggins and myself, so he came prepared, and I'm gonna let him take the floor here.
I'm always prepared. Never forget that. So first and foremost, you believe in a zone or man-to-man defense? Because zone's all it's ever worked in the past, and it's all it's going to work now.
Well, I can tell you right now, you
Joey,
win and lose games in man-to-man
I don't want
defense.
an answer. That's a quote from Hoosiers.
Now, I know it is, but I'm telling you right now, we're going to play man, and that's what we're going to do.
Golly.
Well,
all right, here's my real questions. What constitutes a winning program in your mind? What brings that culture of winning to your program?
I mean, it's all about a mindset coming in every day. You got to have the right mindset, and if you come in just a phrase I use with them a lot is you got to shoot to hit it. You can't shoot hoping not to miss. And that's the same way with going through as the whole season. You got to show up to win. You can't show up hoping not to lose, because if you have that mind frame, that just hurts everyone as a program, because you got to have the I'm going to win mindset.
Yeah, and I'll kind of throw a different spin on it. Coach and I just had this conversation with the girls yesterday. After a not so great practice, I say every Monday that I'm gonna, stop eating, what I eat, but I actually got to do it, and we can talk a big game and be and talk about the players and the team that we want to be, but until we go out and actually do those things and show it on the court or in the film room or in the classroom or whatever it may be, nothing's going to change, and that's the definition of insanity, is continuing to do the same thing, over and over without different results. So just buying in and continuing to change our mindset, like Coach has talked about, is definitely what's going to get us on the right path.
Right. Now, as you said earlier, as special advisor, I get to see a few things here and there, and I sat in on a practice the other day. But you guys are in there day in, day out. How do you feel about practice? How's it going? Where do you see where we're at this point?
I mean, it's going so far so good. I mean, the girls are learning. They are coming in every day, prepared to learn new things. And, I also tell them that every time I say you're doing good, we can also go out and do better. We got to always be ready to take that next corner, climb up that next hill to continue to be better. And, and there's going to be bumps in the roads. I understand that completely. And right now we're at that point where we need to take the next step, and that next step is tonight in this scrimmage, going against a good program in South Knox. This is a big opportunity for us as a program, and the whole daily grind, this is why we do it, is to play. So I'm glad they get this, little first taste of action tonight, and we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I'm not going to elaborate too much on that, but I do want to thank some of the alumni that came in this past Saturday and scrimmaged our girls. I'm not going to list all of you, but you know who you were. Really appreciate that. You guys coming in and being a big part of what we want to do. It takes everybody, and not just the girls on the team now, but the girls that were on the team and the girls that are going to be on the team. If we're all bought in, top to bottom, it's just going to make things a lot better as we move, into the next step of this program.
All right. Every team has that step-up leader, that go-to player, that clutch performer, that gamer, Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Bron Bond. I mean,
Bronny.
Who's the most overrated player in the history of the game of basketball. But that's neither here nor there. Who is that person for you? Who's your girl?
I mean, that's yet to be determined. Like we said, we got some girls with varsity experience, but, we're still looking for that go-to girl to, stick out to us. And, I think we're going to find one. Like you said, every team has one, and that's still open for discussion. And, we got 4 or 5 girls that can be that girl this year. And, I'm hoping to find a hint of that tonight and find a hint of that against North Knox as we move forward.
So what you're saying is, girls, it's an open challenge of who wants to step up and be that go-to player.
Exactly right.
All right, pay attention to that. All right, I got one more question for you guys, and this is, probably the most important question I'll ask all day. We saw how valuable it was to the football program to bring in a special advisor. I'm not saying that I brought those wins in, but how valuable is having a special advisor to the girls basketball program?
Oh, and when it's you, Coach Shurtz, it's a huge, huge deal for us. And it's great that you're a part of it, and we are glad to have you. And you keep advising and being special.
Yeah, Coach Shurtz is, he kind of threw me under the bus earlier with his comment, but that's a topic we'll have off air, a conversation we'll have when the microphone's off. But Coach is a do-it-all guy. He drops anything he's doing, and with the text or a call, and he's up here doing something for somebody. And definitely, in all seriousness, you are clearly you are special. And you do advise, and you do a great job of it. And we can't be happier than we are to have you here at North Daviess. And just thanks for everything you do for us.
Well, as much as I want to take all that credit and appreciate that, I was only kidding. All kidding aside, the girls and the school is lucky to have you two as the coaches of this team.
Appreciate that.
I truly believe that you guys are going to take this place, go good places with it.
Thank you. Well, Coach, any final thoughts? Any words of encouragement for our fans out there, just things like that?
Come out and support. They've worked hard all off season, all fall, and they worked hard this first couple weeks of practice, and I'm excited to get after it tonight against North Knox in the scrimmage and then start preparing for North Knox as we move forward.
Yeah, and like Coach said, we have North Knox coming up next Tuesday at home on the 30th. It's a 6 o'clock JV start. That'll be our opening game. Tonight is our scrimmage against South Knox. A lot of games coming up in a short amount of time, so get online, check out the schedule, and get out to a game and help support these young ladies as they partake on another exciting season for Cougar basketball. But that's pretty much it from here, guys. Anything else? All right. Well, thanks again, guys, for joining us, and until next time, this is Coach McNabb signing off. We'll see you next time.